Hello there, folks. This video is going to show you how to create a block in AutoCAD, just this simple 4" by 8" by 2" block using the Extrude command. So we're going to use the P line to draw a rectangle, and then so that it's all joined. And I'll also briefly demo how to use the line tool and then join the lines. In order to extrude something in AutoCAD, you have to have all those lines joined, and I'll show you what that means. So if we start a new file here in AutoCAD, and right now we're just in the typical top view, what you probably haven't realized yet is you can rotate the view in AutoCAD. This really is secretly a 3D space, even if you don't know it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Shift on my keyboard, and I'm going to click and drag with the middle mouse button. And this is going to allow me to rotate that view. If I need to reset this, I can just click on top. I can also drag the cube up in the corner here in order to pivot. So there's a number of ways to do this. And it actually, it appears that it wraps around to the other side, so you can do that. But again, if you need to reset this, you can just click top. Again, you can rotate the view this way. This does make a difference later on when you're working with things, but this is still our origin. So let's get into how to use the extrude command. So in order in AutoCAD to create an extrusion, we need a closed set of lines, a closed loop. So I mentioned we could use polyline. So this is super easy. I'm going to specify 0, 0 as my start point. What did I say the box would be? 4 by 8 by 2. So let's do 4 in this direction. Oops, that's not what I wanted. 4 in this direction. I hit tab, enter. Duh. Okay. Whoa, we are lost. What is happening? All right, there we go. Uncooperative. You all know how to do this. 8. Come back down here. We'll do that there and close it on up. So this is a closed loop. If I hover over it, the whole thing lights up. And we are good in that sense because it is closed. If I had gone and I had done this, let's say with some lines, let's say I created still a 4 by 8 box just like this, 4 by 8 by 4 by If I hover over these, notice they are separate pieces. I can highlight them all and then type join, J-O-I-N, which I believe is also up here in the modify toolbar somewhere. You have to fish around if you want to find that. I don't actually know where it is off the top of my head because I always just type it in. So, oh, there it is. So it is up here on the toolbar if you want to find it that way. You could click join. I'm just going to select these. I'm going to say join and watch this. Now when I hover over it, they all light up all at once. So that's really the key thing here. They need to be either a P line or they need to be joined later on. And you can create any shape out of lines and they might not be joined together, but you can highlight them, join, enter, and now they're all together. So any of these shapes can be extruded. I'm holding shift again and I'm tilting this, right? Now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to type extrude, E-X-T-R-U-D-E. These are also somewhere here up in these bars, but I actually have no idea where they are. So we're just going to do it this way, extrude. There we go, enter. Now you get to select the object you want to extrude. So I'm just going to pick this basic rectangle. Then we hit enter. So we've picked our rectangle. Now we get to specify how far this extrudes. So we could type a number, we can move it to where we want it. You can even snap it to different points if you want things to line up. So let's just make this, how tall did I say I was going to make it? 2 inches, enter. There is our block. I could extrude any other of these things too. Extrude, click it. Oops, there we go, enter. Now we are extruding that. I just did that to a random height. Now you can't update these afterwards. You can do things like, I believe you can manipulate some of these lines, but basically you either do it right the first time or you don't. There's no, you can't go and adjust this later. This is called direct modeling, and that means that everything you do has a direct impact on the finished part. And there is really no going back. You can undo it. So I could hit undo if I was like, oh dang, that wasn't the height I wanted. I'm just going to keep Control-Zing it, and then I'll do extrude again. I selected it first that time. Oh, now I want 3 inches or something like that. So that is what you can do here, extrude. And this is just the basic part of this project. This assignment here is just to create these basic shapes. Then you can take a screenshot. I do want to point out there is this 2D wireframe option up here. If you click on that, okay, you can choose some different options. There's conceptual, there is hidden, which will show, it'll have your hidden lines hidden. There is realistic, which is really no different in my opinion than shaded. Shaded with edges has your edges lighting up a bit more. We have shades of gray. Sketchy, which is a little more sketchy. As you can see, the corners are sketchy. Wireframe is similar to 2D wireframe. Honestly, I don't know the difference. I think 2D wireframe is less intense. And then X-ray gives you sort of like these see-through boxes. So pick whichever one you want, and you can take a screenshot. If you're on Windows, if you do Windows Shift S, it will let you take a screenshot. If you're on a Chromebook, you should know how to do that, but it is Shift Control, and I believe it's the Show Windows button, which may be the 6th button in from the left, and that will give you something that you can upload to this assignment for this assignment. So that is the basics of using Extrude in AutoCAD, and that is the absolute basis of pretty much anything else you're going to do in a 3D modeling shape. 3D modeling space in AutoCAD. So, learn this one well and you'll be golden for a lot of other stuff.